In Chicago this summer, police are dealing with an unsettling spike in violent crime.
This story is about Chicago rappers who were killed from 2012 to the present day. In 2013 alone, more than 500 people were killed on the streets of Chicago, and in 2020, 750 people were killed. This tragedy seems impossible to stop. Let us remember these rappers who died too soon. Welcome to the top art legends. Lil JOJO, killed in 2012. Joseph J. Coleman, known as Lil JOJO, was an American rapper and gangster from Chicago who gained recognition on the early Chicago drill music scene. He was affiliated with the Gangster Disciples, rivals of the Black Disciples. Let's delve into his story. Shortly before his death, JOJO released the track 300K in August 2012, which made him widely known. It was a scathing diss track targeting Lil Reese, Chief Keef, and others associated with the 300 gang. Chief Keef represented this group, which was said to rival the Brick Squad, a faction of the Gangster Disciples. Lil JOJO was killed in early September of that same year, shot while riding a bicycle in Chicago's Inglewood neighborhood. On the same day as the murder, Coleman and his associates drove to Parkway Garden Homes, a low-income housing complex near where Chief Keef lived.
This would be Gangster Disciple territory. This is where JOJO got killed over a year ago.
While passing through the area, Coleman and his group recorded a video mocking Chief Keef's clique in a contentious quarrel. A verbal altercation occurred between Coleman's group in the car and rapper Lil Reese and his companions, who were outside near his home at the time. Lil Reese ended with defiant words. Later that evening, JOJO was shot and killed.
Right there, we see JOJO on the ground, ambulance, they turn him around and you see a big ass hole like this, boy. I'm like, boy, hell no, he couldn't get hit like one time for my life, bro. The girl said they shot like 6 times. They started it though.
This BD and GD, I don't think this shit gonna ever stop.
In the days and months following the rapper's untimely death, Chicago police began to speculate that JOJO had been murdered by members of 300, a faction of the Black Disciples gang. Someone mocked JOJO's murder from Chief Keef's Twitter account, though Keef claimed his account had been hacked. As a result, the police began investigating him as a suspect. A few months later, rapper Lil Durk ridiculed JOJO's death in his track, "Dis Ain't What You Want." Durk was also associated with the 300 gang. Lil Reese, of course, was also a suspect.
But who do you think is responsible for your son's death?
Chief Keef.
You believe he himself pulled the trigger?
I don't believe himself pulled the trigger. I believe he paid somebody to do it.
However, the police found no evidence linking any of them to the crime. Chief Keef later even tweeted, "Man, been thinking about this Chicago street shit a lot. My prayers go out to JOJO's family on their loss. I didn't know him, but he young just like me. I can assure everyone that I had nothing to do with this tragedy though. My Twitter account was hacked." However, the Chicago police later hypothesized that Coleman's killer was Keith "Kiki" Bonds. Bonds, a 26-year-old member of the Black Disciples, was fatally shot on September the 17th, 2012, near a tree on the west side of Normal Boulevard, a Black Disciples territorial area. In 2013, Coleman's brother claimed that the person who killed Coleman was no longer alive, tweeting, "Even day ops, know the EMF, who took my bro, ain't walking this earth no more." YPN Boomtown, killed in 2013.
I'm serious.
Gisendanner, who modeled his hip-hop alter ego YPN Boomtown after Chief Keef, was the Inglewood rap sensation's stepbrother. He had his own lyrical style but drew inspiration from Chief Keef. These violent lyrics, glorifying guns and gang affiliations, had catapulted him to fame, leading to a deal with Interscope Records, the label behind Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Eminem. He rapped about struggling and what he was going to do, said Gissendanner's friend and manager, Tommy Rice, founder of Chicago-based record label True Biz Records. He was going to make it big. We were going to make it big. However, on January 2nd, 2013, the rapper YPN Boomtown was gunned down in a car near 124th Street and South Union Avenue after visiting his uncle in West Pullman. He later died at Roseland Hospital. Johnny Boy da Prince, killed in 2013. Johnny Boy da Prince, another promising Chicago rapper, was killed just a week after Gissendanner's murder. He was shot and left to die in an alley located in the Garfield Park area. This murder was deemed a case of mistaken identity, which further shocked the community. Andrew Fetcher, an assistant at Atlantic Records, discovered Johnny Boy's music after the rapper's manager sent him an email. "I played it at a meeting and everyone liked it," Fetcher explained. "He was definitely talented," he added. "I personally believe he had a bright future in the music business. He definitely would have had a career." J Money, killed in 2013. Jerome Wood, known as J Money, was a local Chicago rapper deeply connected with gang members in his neighborhood and notorious for his ruthlessness. Friends described him as a troublemaker, aggressive, and enforcer, making J Money a name that was both respected and feared. A member of the Black Disciples gang faction, he was no stranger to the violence and death surrounding him. On September 2nd, 2013, J Money received a call from a woman asking him to drive her on some errands. Another man accompanied them. J Money had no suspicion that someone might be planning to assassinate him. The woman's errand involved picking up laundry, and when she finished, she called J Money again to come and pick her up at the 6600 block of South Rhodes Avenue in the West Woodlawn neighborhood. When J Money arrived, a car, later described as a silver primer-colored Chevy Impala, was parked nearby, waiting. According to the man in the car with J Money, they had seen this vehicle earlier in traffic. As the woman approached J Money's car, gunshots rang out. When she looked back, she saw J Money lying on the ground, bleeding. He had been shot. Despite her efforts to save him by performing CPR, J Money succumbed to gunshot wounds to the head. The murder of J Money was a devastating loss for the 300 block community. However, here is the opinion of J Hood from O Block.
What happened with J Money?
Oh, he was going to see Mona Lisa, and man, you know she got that man set up. I don't care what
Who's Mona Lisa?
Well, let me not put that on her name. God forbid she did that. I hope she didn't. But most times it happened like that. J Money was going over there to visit his BM, and next thing you know, the ops knew exactly when he was coming, and they killed him right on her doorstep. And Prince Dre was in the car. Dre was in the car, and I saw Dre, bro, and it was broke down. Like, when I saw Dre, he was beat down. Like, bro, because they did it right in front of them, and mind you, he probably was terrified, because, like, they could have looked at the car, tried to come. But, yeah, they saw J Money, I don't know if, you know how people beat us, so they like, we saw the whole time. You ain't see, because when the shots blew, you ducked. But then when they left, you looked up.
Friends and family took to social media to mourn the 21-year-old who was soon to become a father. Chicago rapper Capo, a member of the Glory Boys entertainment camp, considered J Money his brother. "Up thinking about J Money. He wasn't my homie or my friend. Dat was my brother love you, bro," he wrote. No arrests were ever made in connection with J Money's murder. Meanwhile, the cycle of violence in Chicago continued, claiming more young lives. Lil Capone, killed in 2013.
Never would I snitch, no, never would I.
Leonard Anderson, known as Lil Capone, was an American rapper from Chicago. He gained recognition through his hit songs Round Here and Play for Keeps, which showcased his unique delivery and street-inspired lyrics. Like Chief Keef and Lil Durk, Lil Capone was a member of the Black Disciples gang. On September 26, 2013, the 17-year-old Anderson had just left a recording studio in the 7000 block of South Stony Island Avenue. While walking through an alley, he was ambushed and shot. He suffered gunshot wounds to his lower back and right thigh and tragically succumbed to his injuries. By August 2014, 3 individuals were charged in connection with L.A. Capone's murder. Saki Hardy Johnson and Michael Mays, affiliated with the gang 051 Young Money, were charged with first-degree murder. Mako Buchanan, the driver of the vehicle during the attack, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 45 years in prison. The death of L.A. Capone sent ripples through the Chicago rap scene, leaving fans and peers mourning the loss of another promising young artist. Trife, killed in 2013.
In the hood, bro.
Tavache, Trife. Kizer was a rapper advocating for an end to gang violence and was not believed to have been a target. At the time of his death, he was editing his music video, Respect the Youth,
Brother plan to get back, sipping cognac, looking told his mommy,
which highlighted the bloody epidemic of murders happening in Chicago. On October 7, 2013, 2 individuals approached him on foot and shot him in the head in the 7300 block of South Dorchester Avenue. Trife was rushed to a local hospital but tragically passed away the following day. Despite an investigation, no arrests were made. The case, like many others, seemed to receive little attention, leaving a sense of injustice for the young man who sought change. Don Darius, killed in 2013. Ladarius Briscoe, known as Don Darius, was an aspiring musician at the time of his untimely death. He had uploaded several music videos to YouTube, including Coolin on the Tray,
I'm drinking, I'm coolin' on the tray, and I'm smoking.
Competition, and Hang With Me. He was known for his conflicts with the Black Disciples, often mocking them in his songs and videos, and frequently chanting BDK, which stands for Black Disciple Killer. On December 16, 2013, Ladarius suffered a fatal gunshot wound to the head in the Chatham neighborhood. He was rushed to the hospital but soon succumbed to his injuries. His death was a devastating blow to his friends, who expressed their grief on Twitter. While the case was investigated, no suspects were arrested, leaving yet another tragedy unresolved. Lil Marc, killed in 2014.
What's in my cup? Sir, sipping.
Mark Campbell, known as Lil Marc, was a drill rapper from Chicago and a member of the Mickey Cobra's gang, 051 Young Money. From late 2013 to early 2014, Young Money 051 became a significant target following the September 2013 murder of rival rapper Lil Capone, who was shot near a recording studio by members of Young Money 051. Lil Marc added fuel to the fire by releasing the song No Competition in March 2014. The track disrespected several deceased individuals and called out Rondo Number 9 for being shot the day after Lil Capone's death at a candlelight vigil. The song escalated tensions and resulted in 2 attempts on Lil Marc's life within 72 hours of its release. On March 28, 2014, Lil Marc was fatally shot while standing at a bus stop. An armed assailant shot him in the head before fleeing in a van, which was later found abandoned and engulfed in flames. Big Glow, killed in 2014.
Where'd you find this?
Mario Hess, known as Big Glow at the time of his death and formerly as Blood Money, was the oldest member of Chief Keef's Glory Boys Entertainment GBE crew, and Keef's second cousin. He was regarded as the elder statesman of Keef's local imprint and had released several mixtapes of gritty street rap, gaining recognition on the local drill scene. His mixtape, Drug Wars, recorded in 2013 under Glory Boys, helped propel him to a recent contract with Interscope Records. Big Glow was on the cusp of a breakthrough, transitioning from a local star to a nationally recognized rapper. Glow's manager mentioned wanting to move him to another city. It's a lot of crime and violence in Chicago. These rap guys are being targeted, so, just trying to get him outside the neighborhood. He's from the streets. He was basically trying to just get his rap career together because that's a good opportunity, he said. They gave him some money up front. It was a good chance for him to get himself out the hood. On April 9th, 2014, 2 gunmen opened fire on Elizabeth Avenue. Mario sustained 10 gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at John H. Stroger Jr. Hospital of Cook County. Police found over 24 shell casings at the crime scene.
With his situation, with him being killed and shit, people said it was K.I. Why you think people was hating on Blood?
Dude, bro, folks them killed T-Roy and Von killed that nigga. No matter what the else, and look, I might be saying it in a harsh way, but I'm no way in no form of fashion trying to be disrespectful to Blood. Rest in peace to Big Gang. Niggas was backdooring. That's why I'm speaking out on the shit. I don't want nothing. The First Street know what's up. They know that it's been some shit going on for years
but
now.
T-Roy and Chief Keef was cool. Why would T-Roy kill Chief Keef's cousin, though?
We can't even get to all the main logistics of it, but we just gonna say niggas is followers. T-Roy and Von was who they was, but that don't mean that them niggas was, like, them niggas listen.
His life ended just as he had the chance to start anew. OTF Nunu, killed in 2014.
Put a drum in a nickel, shooters on point and
MacArthur Swindle, known as OTF Nunu, was a drill rapper from Chicago and a cousin of rapper Lil Durk. Like many of his contemporaries, Swindle's drill rap focused on his life experiences. His songs were energetic, centered on having a good time and maintaining close relationships with those dear to him. He was one of those kids who saw an opportunity to put himself in a better position with his music, said Merc Murphy, who runs a studio where Swindle was recording the new tracks. On May 31st, 2014, the rapper was sitting in a sport utility vehicle in the 700 block of East 87th Street in the South Side neighborhood when he was approached and shot. Swindle then crashed into the storefront of a nearby store. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police linked the incident to conflicts between rival gangs, but Nunu's aunt denied any connection to such activity. The case remains unsolved. FBG Duck, killed in 2020. Carlton Weekly, known as FBG Duck, began his career in 2013 within Chicago's drill music scene. In 2018, he gained fame with his hit Slide, which 21 Savage later remixed. Over the last 5 years of his life, he released 4 albums and numerous solo singles with his rap crew, Flyboy Gang. On August 4th, 2020, a shooting occurred in a luxury boutique shopping district near downtown, in the Gold Coast area. 4 individuals exited a vehicle and fatally shot Carlton before fleeing the scene. His girlfriend and another shopper were also injured and taken to the hospital.
Duck death is one of the sickest shit I ever seen. Guys come like Al Capone and spray him down. The man in one of the safest areas in the world and lose his life. But he be in them ghetto-ass neighborhoods every day and he was safe there. Shit can happen at a blink of an eye. All that shit be backdoor. Shit, Duck was out here in Chicago dangerously.
Federal investigators linked the shooting to the violent feud between Duck's Tookaville faction of the Gangster Disciples and the O-Block set of the Black Disciples. The years-long conflict was sparked by rap tracks between Duck and King Von, an O-Block leader who allegedly announced a bounty on Duck and was then shot dead a few months later. A Chicago community activist commented on FBG Duck death. He was pretty popular, and at the end of the day, there are going to be a lot of people angry at this, Mr. Green told the Sun-Times. A lot of young people are going to lose hope because he was an idol. It's going to take the city a large effort to help young people cope with this loss. 6 members of a notorious gang were arrested, and in 2024, all were convicted of carrying out the contract killing. King Von, killed in 2020. King Von was an American rapper and gang member from Chicago, affiliated with the Black Disciples gang. In 2018, he signed with Lil Durk's record label, Only the Family. His 2018 single, Crazy Story,
Let me know if you wanna eat. She like Von, you are.
And his 2020 single, Took Her to the O,
So I bought some dope and took her to the O, just got some top.
both earned triple platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America. King Von achieved initial success as a rapper in his hometown of Chicago, but later moved to Atlanta, where he was tragically killed.
My brother just walked in. He had walked in my house, and he said it, he didn't say it in an exciting way, but he said it in a way of like, I thought you already know this, but he was like, you know Keef died? I said, what, bro? He said, you know he died? They said he died last night, he got shot or something like that, and it's in the middle of me cooking, bro. I look at my phone, and I see the shit, and I used to wake up and not touch my phone for like 2 hours or 3 hours just to keep a type of peace and start my day right. So when I looked at it, it just hit me crazy. And I remember, boy, I dropped down to the floor.
On October 6th, 2020, a fight broke out in the parking lot of Monaco Hookah Lounge on Trinity Avenue, escalating into a shooting between 2 groups. The incident was tied to the ongoing feud mentioned in the previous story about FBG Duck. King Von sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was transported to a hospital, where he later died. 22-year-old Timothy Lul Tim Leaks, a rapper affiliated with Quando Rondo, was identified as the shooter and taken into custody.
You walked up to King Von to dap him up. Can you take us through that night?
I don't even remember that night. That was so long ago. You know how that go. Man, I don't even remember 2 months ago.
However, in 2023, all charges against Leaks were dropped under Georgia's Stand Your Ground law. Bloodhound Lil Jeff, killed in 2024. Bloodhound Lil Jeff, an underground rapper from Chicago, became another victim of the city's gang violence. The shooting occurred on the 6600 block of South Rhodes Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. The rapper was struck by approximately 15 gunshots and was rushed to the hospital, where he was sadly pronounced dead. His close friend, Lil Scoom89, who was also fatally shot a month later, posted several heartfelt tributes to his friend on social media. "I love you, I'ma be with you real soon," he wrote, adding, "Damn, Bruda, this she don't feel real." Lil Scoom89, killed in 2024. Assyrian Hogan, known as Lil Scoom, was celebrated for his raw lyrics and dynamic performances. He was gaining influence in Chicago's rap scene, building a growing fan base, and collaborating with other local artists. On July 7th, 2024, Lil Scoom and his 16-year-old friend got into a verbal altercation with another man on the street in the Chatham neighborhood on Chicago's South Side, near his girlfriend's home. The dispute tragically ended with both Lil Scoom and his friend being shot as they walked home.
Lil Scoom died after y'all got in the house?
He passed away leaving the house.
Leaving the house?
Yeah.
So he got shot outside your house? Ooh.
We was all standing outside and Well, we went all, I walked my company out personally. So it was just me, his homie, and him. And we was standing at the gate. And they Uber pulled up. And Will, his homie, walked up to the car, and he was getting in the car first. And Scoom was still talking to me, and then he turned around and walked away. And as they was walking away, and I was turning back to go inside the gate, they just got to shooting like everywhere. Like, it was so much shooting. And
The rapper was rushed to the hospital, where he later succumbed to his injuries. The police who responded to the call spotted the suspected shooter and initiated a chase, even involving the Chicago SWAT team. However, the suspect managed to escape. Was he truly that skilled, or did the police simply not make enough effort to catch him? The news of Lil Scoom89's death deeply saddened his fans and the community as a whole. The label he was signed to also expressed their sorrow. It is with great sadness that we share the loss of our artist at _Lil Scoom89. A true creative, Scoom's passion for music was evident in the near constant flow of songs and videos to his fans. His immense talent, ambitious vision, and quiet determination made him a one of one and an inspiration to so many. We will miss him dearly. Our thoughts are with his family. R.I.P. Lil Scoom, LL Scoom. At the end of this story, it can be said that Chicago is in the midst of an undeclared war. Why does rap, which offers so many people hope for a better life, simultaneously foster a culture that kills? Someone must put an end to this. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell. You can also write a comment in the comment section down below. See you later on the Top Art Legends.